Ladies and gentlemen, I am the one and only DJ Storms! And tomorrow night live on the WWE Network, the Queen and the Man will clash head to head. And if the man wins, she will get her rightful place back in the main event of WrestleMania to fight for the Raw Women's Championship. Also, the Planet's champion faces a worthy adversary in the form of a prize fighter looking to finally capture his first WWE World Championship. But before it is time for the man and the Queen to collide, before it's time for the prize fighter to fight against the Planet's champion, before it is time for WWE Fast Lane, it's time for the rundown! Thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another video right here on YouTube.com. As of course, you already know who I am, Mr. Controversy, and the operator of the best damn Twitter handle known to mankind. This is the rundown for WWE Fast Lane, which is streaming live tomorrow night on the WWE Network at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That is when the pre-show starts. And, ladies and gentlemen, I am not alone for this special edition of the rundown, because today I have with me one of the most innovative minds in the professional wrestling world, one of the most intelligent minds in the professional wrestling world, loyal member of the DJ Storms posse, and one of the top tier members of Wrestling Express. Please help me welcome to the channel for the rundown for Fastlane, Mr. Earl Cole. How you doing, man?
Hey, DJ Storm, thank you so much for the lovely introduction, and I appreciate everything that you do on this page and everything else around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, if for most of you who don't know who I am the walking, talking, wrestling dictionary on the planet. I am known as Earl Cole. Yes, and I do have a Twitter handle. Yes.
I will tag you.
You can follow. Yes, and you can follow me on Instagram. And at the end of this video, I will tell you how to do all of that and so much more. I have a show each and every Tuesday on the Wrestling Express. It's called Get in the Ring with Earl Cole. And yes, and oh yes, I break it down analytically. I bring you into my world known as the analytical world of wrestling. Yes, 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 yes. And we can see that a mile away. You can see that a mile away. You can see me each and every Tuesday right here on the Wrestling Express. And tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, from the Quicken Loans Arena in beautiful downtown Cleveland, Ohio, the WWE proudly presents Fastlane. And it's going to be a fast track to WrestleMania. As we all know, we are 30 days away from WrestleMania, and it's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be unbelievable.
Absolutely. All right. So, enough chit-chat. Why don't we get straight into the matches? There are 9 matches announced for Fastlane, I believe. We're going to break them down one by one. I will start. This match was actually just announced yesterday, and it's Big E and Xavier Woods of the New Day versus Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, this is mainly just a time filler match, but, however, I'm not saying this is going to be a bad match. This match, could very well end up being a decent match, and which I hope it does, because that's what I mainly look at when I look at a wrestling show. If it's good wrestling-wise, then you know what? I really don't have anything to complain about. And trust me, I am one of the most vocal minds, the most controversial mind in the wrestling community. That's why I call myself Mr. Controversy. I mean, why the fuck wouldn't I? But, as far as this match goes, I really don't care who wins. It's really a toss-up. You could swing either way. I'm going to go with Big E and Xavier Woods to win, based off the fact that Kofi Kingston's on a fast track towards WrestleMania, and he's got all the momentum in the world, so I would assume that they would keep the New Day's momentum up and rolling as well. If they want to give the win to Rusev and Nakamura, you know, they could. I wouldn't mind it. I enjoy both teams. Both teams I am a fan of. Both teams can work, which is good. I expect a decent match. I expect the New Day to come out victorious. What is your prediction on this match?
Very simply, the stars are aligned with what you were saying, and I have a feeling that they're going to go in that direction. I can't see the New Day getting lost in this match or whatever. You got to keep the momentum going. You have to keep the ball rolling, and this is a very interesting time for the New Day.
Mm-hmm.
Because we want to know what kind of direction the WWE is going to take this group. I think it's time for Kofi to try to branch off from the New Day and get his own spotlight matches. I think it's about time that Kofi gets to the championship pay window.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that more when we get to the main event. And we're going to talk about the WWE title match last. But your prediction on this match?
I see the New Day winning this contest.
All right. Now, I'm going to hand the ball over to you. Give me your expertise analysis on Rey Mysterio versus Andrade. Now, I don't know if they're moving Rey Mysterio and Andrade to the main show because they put this on the pre-show, but regardless, that match is still taking place. Give me your expertise analysis on that match, and who do you think's going to win?
Well, again, you know I love Lucha Libre matches. I absolutely love them because they're so high-flying, they're so entertaining, and they always bring the level of heat to the audience, and it warms the crowd up. I think that this is a good match. They had a great match on SmackDown.
Very good match.
I don't see it. I mean, I don't see anything different happening. Other than Rey Mysterio going over Andrade. I think that Andrade got Mysterio's number many times, but in this instance, I think that Rey should get the Duke over Andrade.
I guess it really does depend where they're going with Andrade into WrestleMania.
Right.
It really does depend because I actually thought it was going to be Rey Mysterio and Andrade for the United States title at WrestleMania, but we ended up getting Mr. Samoa Joe, which I couldn't be more ecstatic about. Joe's finally a fucking champion on the main roster. But as far as this match goes, you know, I don't know. Are they going to end the rivalry at Fast Lane? I don't know. It really is a toss-up. It really is a toss-up. Again, this match and the New Day Rusev Nakamura match, high unpredictability factors. I'm gonna have to go with the same thing that you said. I'm gonna go with Rey Mysterio as well.
Yeah, because here's the thing. You don't want to keep overselling this rivalry.
Yeah.
You don't want to drown it out.
Yeah. Gonna be a great match though.
It'll be a great match. I'm not gonna knock the match. I'm not gonna knock it. But again, you don't want to oversell it.
Yeah.
Which is what the WWE's Achilles heel is. Lately.
Oh my God, you think? You think?
Overselling matches and keep putting on the same matches over and over and over again.
Yeah.
You don't want to keep having redundancy
in
a match.
Do you think we're going to get a United States Championship ladder match at WrestleMania? Just a side question.
Well, from what I understand, and this is what I read from the PW Insider, apparently the WWE is leaning towards multiple matches in WrestleMania to fill up the card. So I'm not sure what multiple matches mean. I'm not sure if they're going to add people to the match. I'm not sure if they're going to do filler matches or what. I'm not sure what direction this is going into, but that's what I heard. It's possible.
Yeah. We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see how it plays out. But yeah, we're both so far. We're both 2 for 2. We're both 2 for 2. Great minds think alike, people. Next, let's talk about the main show matches. I will give you my expertise analysis, like I only can. on Mandy Rose and Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Now, listen. First things first, Mandy Rose is not winning this match. She is not winning this match. This is merely used as a filler match to get Asuka another successful title defense on a pay-per-view on the road to WrestleMania. Now, I really don't like how WWE and the WWE Universe, they're kind of like looking at Mandy Rose as an Eva Marie 2.0 look. I get that she sucks at promos, and yes, her music sounds like something that came out of a fucking porno flick, but she can wrestle. So if you can wrestle, I will give you a chance. And I have no problem with this match as long as Asuka gets the win. You give these women 10 minutes to kick off the show. I think this is the best possible match to kick off the show. This match kicks off the show and gives 10 minutes. Mandy Rose gets an opportunity. Let's see what she can do. Asuka comes out victorious. That's all. I'm expecting a decent 10-minute match. Asuka retains the SmackDown Women's Championship. What's your prediction on this match? Because we can't really talk too much about this match because there's not really much to go into it.
No, there really isn't. I really don't have any much to say about this match because, first of all, it was thrown together at the last minute.
Yeah.
Asuka has been irrelevant on SmackDown.
So sad to say.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I made a post on the Wrestling Express the other day, and I had said that I think it's about time that the WWE retire the SmackDown Women's Championship. Because there's low inventory of women superstars on SmackDown. They gotta
build up some women. They really gotta build up some women.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's no worthy opponent to Asuka's title.
Nikki Cross.
Yeah, well, yes, there is Mickey Cross. Yes, there is Mickey Cross. But then there's also Lacey Evans. But this match, there's really nothing I could... Mandy Rose, I'm not a fan of hers. I don't like the way she wrestles. I don't like the way she comes off in promos.
But yeah, promos suck.
I'm just not a fan of hers. Unfortunately, this is going to end as quick as Ruby Riot's match did.
Oh my god, I hope not. If WWE starts going that route, then we could be in for a fucking miserable 2019 for the women. Give these 10 minutes. Give these women 10 minutes. That's all. 10 minutes. Asuka retains.
I have a feeling they're going to rush the match, and it's going to be 5 minutes.
Ugh. I really hope not. I really, really hope not. And your prediction is who?
Asuka retains the SmackDown Women's Championship.
All right. Let me hand the ball over to you. Give me your expertise analysis and prediction on Sasha Banks and Bayley defending the women's tag team titles on Nia Jax and Tamina. And by the way, Nia Jax and Tamina should not have gotten this opportunity. They did absolutely fucking nothing. It's mainly due to WWE's favoritism towards the Samoan dynasty of Nia Jax and Tamina. That's all it is. But anyway, back to what I was originally saying. Your time, expertise analysis on this match, and your prediction.
Okay. Well, as many of you know, Bayley and Sasha won the Women's Championship match at the Elimination Chamber, which I enjoyed, which I think that they deserve the Women's Tag Team titles. As far as Nia Jax is concerned, I have said this many, many times. She's a sloppy wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? She's a very sloppy wrestler. Very sloppy. She can't move correctly in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
She has no coordination whatsoever in the ring whatsoever. It's almost like moving sand across the ring.
Oh God! So, that's why I'm having him on. That's exactly why I'm having him on this channel.
So it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch.
Oh God, it's painful to watch.
It's hard to watch. So, as far as Tamina is concerned, yeah, she can do a few moves in the ring. Okay, but she's carrying Nia Jax 98% of the time.
That's sad because Tamina can't wrestle for shit either.
Well, I she can move more than Nia.
Well, that's obvious, but as far as wrestling, she's very stiff.
Yeah, very stiff and very awkward. I don't see these two getting the women's championship. I just don't see it. I see the Hug Connection retaining the tag team belts. I don't see them stripping them of it anytime soon. I'm assuming that they'll probably hold these titles until probably SummerSlam.
Yeah, that was actually my call as well. Just so you know, for those of you who do not know, I believe WWE's planning an NXT takeover, just an NXT takeover by itself, for the first week in June. I think it's going to be in San Jose, and I think WWE's planning on having Bayley and Sasha defend the women's tag team titles then. We could very well see Bayley and Sasha versus the Sky Pirates at TakeOver for the women's tag team titles. Or we could possibly see another tag team, maybe Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir versus Sasha and Bayley. You never know. You never know. I just wanted to point that out there. So, I'm going to call Sasha and Bayley as well. There's no reason for Nia Jax and Tamina to win the titles. There's no reason for Sasha and Bayley to lose the titles. And, you know, if they do give it to Nia Jax and Tamina, God forbid, it's only just going to prove that WWE and their favoritism towards people with a lineage, even though they can't fucking wrestle, is a huge liability in the company. So, I'm calling Sasha and Bayley.
I think that if they do give them the belts, I think the fans on Twitter are going to be upset.
Oh God!
Because I don't. Why would you want to strip them of the titles now, going into WrestleMania?
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make any sense. And why would you give it to two people who look awkward together and can't move together correctly?
Exactly.
You're going to put the audience to sleep.
Exactly. See, this is what Wrestling Express is all about. This is why I'm partnered with them. This is why I'm having Earl Cole on the show. Great minds think alike, people. All right, let's move on to the next match, which I believe is going to be The Miz and Shane versus the Usos for the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles. This is their rematch from Elimination Chamber. I really have no problem with this match. Again, all four men, they can work. They can wrestle. The match at the Elimination Chamber was actually very good. The Usos won the titles. I'm happy about that. And after this, you could start setting up for the Usos versus the Hardy Boys for the tag team titles, or Usos versus Rusev and Nakamura. That would be a good match. There's a lot of routes that you can go with as the Usos challengers for WrestleMania. You can go Usos Sanity, you can go Usos Rusev Nakamura, you can go Usos Hardy Boys. There's a lot of interesting combinations that you can do with the Usos and the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles at WrestleMania.
Or you can also do a Texas Tornado.
Yes, with all three teams
at WrestleMania. Yes.
Yes, I would actually love to see that as well. Or you can do a ladder match. You can recreate what the Hardys, the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian did if you wanted to. I wouldn't mind that either. You got to make WrestleMania 35 big. It's in New Jersey. Yep. It's in my backyard. So you got to make it big. As far as Usos and Shane and Miz go, I expect a decent match. Again, a lot of these matches, they're predictable. But predictable is not necessarily bad because we could end up getting some decent wrestling at the end of the day. That's what I always hope for, and I will continue to say that. Decent wrestling, I really don't have much to complain about. So, I'm calling the Usos to retain. It's in the Miz's hometown, so you know the Miz is going to get a big babyface reaction. And I think this should probably start the road towards a Miz-Shane McMahon match at Mania, which I don't want to fucking see. And I don't think anyone wants to fucking see, but at this rate, it is much better that way. That way the Usos can get legit challengers like Rusev and Nakamura or Sanity or the Hardys at WrestleMania, because you got to put the best possible wrestlers in the championship position and the challenger position for a show like WrestleMania. I'm going with the Usos to retain. Your prediction, Mr. Earl Cole?
I'm going to go in the same wavelength as you did. But here's the thing. I think what's going to happen is that Shane's going to turn on The Miz.
You think Shane's going to turn on The Miz?
Yes. Yes.
And how would that work?
Well, they would be in the ring together. They're going to give the Usos a run for their money, but in the end, Shane his ego is just all over the place. And Miz goes to tag Shane, and Shane walks away.
Really? Because, like, Shane has never shown any type of ego ever since this team started.
I don't ever trust the McMahon.
He's the good McMahon. He's been the babyface McMahon.
I don't know. I know, but a lot of people are saying that they want to see him turn heel.
I don't really think they would do very good with the Shane McMahon heel turn at this rate.
So you don't think that you don't see it?
I really don't see it. I think The Miz is going to turn heel because The Miz is so much better as a heel.
Yeah, yes, I agree with that. I agree with that. But this is what everybody is saying. Do I want to see a Shane McMahon Miz match at WrestleMania? Not really.
Yeah.
Is that box office draw? Not really.
No.
Not really. But I'm going to go with what you said. The Usos will retain the SmackDown Tag Team belts.
Again.
I don't.
Hey, you get a decent match.
I don't see them changing the titles.
Do you think the Usos might lose it at Mania, or you think the Usos are going to hold it past Mania?
That's a hard thing to do because here's the thing: is that I have said this many times. I don't like playing hot potato with titles.
Yeah.
I don't like playing hot potato. I really don't, and I don't see anybody really coming out of the woodwork except maybe Sanity, who hasn't had anything going on the SmackDown total poll lately. They haven't. Yes,
Sanity definitely deserves a run. Sanity definitely deserves an opportunity.
You know,
Eric Young can still go. He had a great match with Ricochet on SmackDown not that long ago.
Yeah, he did. Absolutely. You know, and then there's the Bludgeon Brothers, who are supposed to be reuniting very soon.
Well, I think that's going to be. I think the Bludgeon Brothers, they're going to be with Daniel Bryan, and I still think that Bray Wyatt is still going to be the one to take the title off of Bryan. Probably not at Mania, because Mania, I'm going to call my prediction for the WWE title match at Mania when we get to the main event. But as far as the Bludgeon Brothers go, I think they're going to be reforming with Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan's going to have his own eco-friendly faction, which I fucking love.
Yeah, I think this is something good.
All right, so
going on here.
So I'm going to hand it over to you, and you're actually going to get a chance to analyze probably what's going to be the best match of the night, and it's going to be Ricochet and Aleister Black versus The Revival versus Bobby Roode and Chad Gable for the Raw Tag Team titles. Give me your expertise analysis on this match and your prediction.
This is going to be a barn burner. This is what I'm going to call a barn burner. Because now you have two high-flying teams taking on a tag team champions who like classic tag team matches.
Mm-hmm. No flips, just fists.
So this is going to be very interesting. And why I say interesting is because this can go either way. This can go either way. You could either give it back to Chad and Gable, you can give it to Aleister Black and Ricochet, or you could make them retain.
I don't think they're giving it back to Chad and Gable. I think Chad and Gable, they had their moment. They had their run. Aleister Black and Ricochet, I think it may be too soon for them. Because Aleister Black and Ricochet, they're in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, and I think they're going to win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic on NXT and challenge the War Raiders at TakeOver, and I think that's going to be their swan song. That's going to be their swan song, and then they're going to be on the main roster. Probably on Raw.
Right. Well, based upon what you just said, then what I'm going to predict is that the Revival will retain their championships.
How many minutes do you think this match should get?
Based on the high-flying style,
I say 15.
I would say about 20.
It usually depends. I guess it really does usually depend, because remember, this is a B-level pay-per-view, so you don't really know how long this is going to be going. At most, I think this pay-per-view as a whole should go about maybe 3.5 hours. That's depending how many matches are on the pre-show, like we talked about in the beginning. But I'm going to go with the Revival retaining. I'm going to go with the Revival retaining.
I'm going to go with the Revival retaining, and I think that this match should open the show.
This match should open the show?
Yes.
That's definitely a tough call, because remember, you don't want to have a match that's going to open the show to a point where that match is going to take all the energy out of the crowd, because that has definitely happened before. That's happened with Gargano and Ricochet. It happened at TakeOver Phoenix. They were placed right in the middle of the show. It took all the energy out of the crowd. It has definitely happened with Rollins and The Miz at Backlash. That match was fantastic. One of the best matches of 2018. That match took all the energy out of the crowd as well. So, I don't know. You have to be very careful with that. But if this match kicks off the show, you heard it here first from the walking, talking, wrestling dictionary. Earl Cole, baby. All right.
Yes, that's right, baby.
So, let's talk about the six-man tag match between the Shield, Corbin, Drew, and Lashley. And this match is probably the most unnecessary fucking match on the card. I have no interest in this match whatsoever. If you have any interest in this match, then you are without a doubt nothing more than a puppet in WWE's fucking marketing ploy. This Shield reunion was merely done for two reasons. Number one, it was done as a swan song for Dean Ambrose, because Dean Ambrose is getting the fuck out of this shit company after WrestleMania. That's number one. Number two, Roman Reigns, a.k.a. Joe Anoa'i, I shouldn't say Roman Reigns, I say Joseph Anoa'i, overcame a deadly disease known as leukemia. People are gravitating more towards him because they relate to him and respect him on a personal level. That is why he's getting cheered. Roman is not over. Joseph Anoa'i is over, because people relate to him more as an individual. And the WWE is using this Shield reunion as a way to keep the feel-good moment of Roman Reigns, or a.k.a. Joseph Anoa'i, overcoming cancer alive. And if you don't think that, I don't really care. You need to start using your fucking brain. I don't care about this match. Drew is being absolutely diluted by teaming with Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is one of the most irrelevant fucking people in the fucking company right now. I don't even know why he's even signed. Baron Corbin has been fucking ruined by WWE with the whole Raw general manager gimmick, and now he's still fucking wearing the suit, and it's been God knows how long since he's been out of his position as general manager. Drew McIntyre should be in a program with the likes of John Cena at WrestleMania. He should not be on the road to WrestleMania fighting alongside Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley. Roman is not even needed at WrestleMania at this rate. Roman's return should have been saved for the Monday after WrestleMania. And by the way, if Roman Reigns is fucking added to the Universal Championship match, I swear to God, you cannot give me any shit. Nobody can give me any shit about complaining about Roman Reigns again. Okay? Roman Reigns needs, even if he is in the main event directly after WrestleMania, after Rollins defeats Brock Lesnar, I don't give a shit. This guy needs to be heel. This guy needs to shit on the crowd. This guy needs a change in character and booking direction immediately. If you don't think that, well then you are a fucking idiot. Shield's gonna win. I don't give a shit. Do I hope it's a decent match? Yeah, I do hope it's a decent match, because I want to see some decent wrestling. But ultimately, why should I fucking care about the 27,000 fucking Shield reunion when we've seen it time after time, and all the other times in the past, aside from the first Shield formation back in 2012, all the other fucking attempts were used to get Roman over because no one's going to boo the Shield. That's my little rant for this rundown. I have to get that in. All right, I'm going to try not to have an aneurysm, and I'm going to hand the ball over to you. What's your prediction on this match?
Well, I never felt so much heat coming from one person. It nearly melted my phone down to the battery.
I have that effect on people and technology.
Here's the thing. I've had this conversation many times over. First of all, I am a Roman Reigns fan. Okay? I am a Roman Reigns fan. I understand that he overcame the odds. He came back. He said he's not interested in a title. It's not about that. He wants to raise awareness about cancer. He wants to go do his thing very slowly. He wants to be integrated slowly into things.
Yeah, that's Joseph Anoa'i. You have to remember. No one is blaming Joseph Anoa'i. No one has any ill will towards him. The problem is the WWE management staff and their tactics. Because you don't know what the fuck's going on. You know Vince McMahon is getting ready to insert Roman right back into that picture. And of course, Joseph Anoa'i is going to do it because he's a loyal employee, and I respect him for that. But again, nobody wants to see that, and Vince is just going to push him right back into the main event scene so we can get a hard-on and jerk off to him. Excuse my language, but...
I don't know if I see that. However, if that does happen, and they revert back to that Roman Reigns thing, where they were shoving it down everyone's throat, it's not going to be good. Because then his comeback and all the things that he said when he was on the microphone would be tainted.
You know, I'm actually happy that you said you were a Roman fan, because I have been trying to find an intelligent Roman Reigns fan for God knows how long. Because I am always vocal on Twitter, and I always say that the majority of Roman Reigns fans are the dumbest fucks in the community. Ladies and gentlemen, Earl Cole has established himself as probably the most intelligent man in the wrestling community, right next to me. One of the very few intelligent Roman Reigns fans that I have ever found. So you can hold that accolade high. And I'm giving you, you gave me an award on your show called the Legit Boss Award. I'm giving you the award. I'm giving you the official DJ Storm's Protege Award. The very first ever DJ Storm's Protege Award for being just as intelligent as me. You can hold that accolade high, Mr. Earl Cole.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I feel the love, and I appreciate that wholeheartedly.
Getting back to what you were saying.
Yeah. I don't want them to revert back to the old days where they put Roman out there and he's getting main events after main events after main events. Because everything that he says would be tainted.
Yep.
So therefore, I think the WWE should tread very lightly on what they do with Roman and how they insert him in certain things. And I think that is something going forward that needs to be established. That yes, he's back from his treatments, but let's not shove people into him or bring him into the forefront where people are getting resistant. Dial him back a little bit. Maybe at WrestleMania he could be in Seth Rollins' corner against. I can see them doing that, or you can give him a match where it's not for a championship. Maybe he could start a feud with somebody else within the Raw roster.
There's been a rumor going around that there's actually been a rumor going around that he's facing Corbin.
Okay, let me just say something about Baron Corbin for a second.
Please do.
I'm going to dissect everybody. I do not like Baron Corbin. I'm not a fan of his. I think he's very boring. I don't find him entertaining whatsoever. And the matches he had with Braun Strowman were over-redundant.
Oh, my God.
Week after week after week after week after week. On Monday Night Raw, we see Braun Strowman taking on Baron Corbin. I don't know if there's rocks around where you can bang your head against the rock. And
No, but I have an arm and I'm going to fall asleep. I'm going to fall asleep while those matches are going on.
I just can't. I can't. He wears the same outfits each and every day. He shows no signs of crowd overreaction. There is no connection to the audience whatsoever. They put him in matches that make no sense. They give him things that makes no sense. The feuds make no sense. The writing direction for him makes no sense. So therefore, what you have is an unflavored, unfrosted cake on the table.
That's actually a very good analogy right there. I could go for some cake right now. Now you got me into cake. I could go for some cake right now.
I'm sorry, but it's just you don't want to cut into it. You don't want to eat it because you might throw up. He is not the flavor of the month. I'm sorry. And as far as as far as Drew McIntyre is concerned, I think that McIntyre needs to have his own showcase.
Yes.
But give him matches that make sense, because you did that in NXT. You gave him matches that made sense. What happened to all of a sudden?
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's like as soon as 2019 began, this is McIntyre's road.
Yes. He's been sinking in the lower and mid-card for a long time. And as far as Bobby Lashley is concerned, I'm sorry, but if you ever see a giant Sherman tank that's out of gas, that's Bobby Lashley.
A giant German tank that's out of gas. Put that on a T-shirt and sell it.
He just is there.
There we go.
There's no dialogue with the audience whatsoever. So they don't have anything to write for him, so they just mix them in the mix with the three of them.
Mm-hmm.
Which comes off as unflavored and unwanted. So therefore, I don't see these three beating the Shield.
Mm-hmm. You can't.
I don't see it.
Can't.
I don't see it.
It's predictable.
And I just don't see it. I don't see it. And as far as I'm concerned, the Shield reunion was sloppily done on Raw. It was terrible how they did it, the whole thing. It was very sloppy. But however, the Shield is together. This is one last hurrah. We're not going to see this again. And I just see them, defeating the three of them.
Mm-hmm.
I do not see them going over the Shield.
Can't.
Absolutely not.
You can't.
You can't do that. You can't do that. So, therefore, the Shield wins the six-man tag.
Yeah. You know, why isn't Finn Balor on the card? Finn Balor is the Intercontinental Champion. Why doesn't he have a match on the card? That's what I want to know.
I'm kind of confused about that myself. You know, this is the problem that I have with WWE. They don't know how to take the momentum and roll with it.
It happens all the time.
Your champions are heading into WrestleMania. You should have them predominantly on each show.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's a pay-per-view, whether it's a house show, or whatever, they need the momentum going into WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. You gotta do a better job there, WWE. Actually, the ball's gonna stay on you because you're gonna give me your expertise analysis on Becky and Charlotte. And if Becky wins, she gets into the WrestleMania match with Ronda Rousey and Charlotte for the Raw Women's title.
Okay. I have so much to say about this.
Go on.
I really do.
Go on.
I first of all, on my show this past Tuesday, I spoke about this. And first of all, the heel turn that she did was sloppy.
Ronda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ronda Rousey's heel turn was sloppy. Okay, first of all, when Ronda Rousey is on the mic, it sounds like an 8-year-old wanting their toys back.
Oh, wait! Can you repeat that? Please repeat that.
When Ronda Rousey is on the microphone, ladies and gentlemen, it sounded like somebody took her Barbie dolls and stole it, and now she wants her toys back.
Oh my God! I don't understand how someone could become worse at promos. Ronda got better in the ring, but worse at promos. It is unreal. It is absolutely unreal.
First of all, she had no diction in her voice.
Oh my God!
There's no when you are a heel. When you are a heel and you're on the microphone, you have to have diction and bass in your voice. You have to come out with vim, fire, and vigor. If you don't have that, you're going to sound awful. And when she was in the ring talking, screw the woo, and screw the
damn the man and screw the woo.
Then screw the woo, damn the man and screw. I was like, what is that? So it sounded like to me that Becky and Charlotte stole her toys, and now she went into their bedroom and she wanted them back.
She sounds like she was reading off school poetry.
Right. It was awful. The heel turn was sloppy, first of all. And another thing, too, is that I didn't care for is Stephanie McMahon assumed that Ronda Rousey relinquished the title when she really didn't.
Mm.
You shouldn't have assumed something that wasn't true.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Becky is injured right now.
Well, kayfabe,
she's injured.
Yeah.
Okay? She's injured right now. This match shouldn't have even taken place.
Really?
No. Because Becky won the Women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So why should she soil herself in trying to get into WrestleMania when she's already in WrestleMania?
It's because, the whole Vince McMahon storyline thing, and that was
it just doesn't make any sense to me.
That was a pain in the ass to watch.
It just doesn't make it. If she already won the Rumble, why should she have the right to go into WrestleMania when she already got the right to WrestleMania? That doesn't make any sense. It's confusing. You're confusing the audience. So I don't see this coming as a triple threat match.
Really?
I don't.
You don't see it becoming a triple threat?
No, I don't.
Really?
I can't picture it.
Then what's going to happen? Because they can't leave Becky out. They can't leave Becky out. If they leave Becky out, this company's fucking insane. There is no way that they are leaving Becky Lynch out of the Mania match.
I'm gonna tell you why. I think it was last week, something was leaked by accident.
This is interesting.
This was something that shouldn't have been leaked. But when I saw the video package and I saw the caption, I said, okay, this is what's going to happen. So apparently, they showed a picture of Charlotte taking on Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania, and they did not have Becky Lynch's picture. So I'm going to assume, off of what I saw, that Charlotte is going to defeat Becky.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
And we will then end up with Charlotte taking on Ronda Rousey.
Oh, Christ. I hope that's not true. I hope it's not true.
I hope it's not either, but this is what I saw in the video package.
So I'm guessing based off of that, you're calling Charlotte to beat Becky?
Yes.
Ugh. I can sense in the tone of his voice he didn't want to. I didn't want to. But
I didn't want to.
You can't trust this company. I'm going to go with Ronda Rousey interfering in this match. And I think Ronda Rousey is going to cause a double disqualification, or she's just going to attack both women. She's just going to say, make it a triple threat match anyway. That's what I think.
Right.
I really don't see it ending clean. If it does end clean, then I see Becky Lynch winning. It really is a toss-up. Like, Fast Lane, it's going in with a lot of unpredictability, but not so much as unpredictability as far as the matches go. It's going in with a lot of unpredictable storyline twists and turns, if you really think about it. You think about it.
Yeah. Yes.
So, I'm going to go with Ronda Rousey interfering, and I think Ronda Rousey is going to cause a double disqualification on these two. But, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to the final match of this rundown. Let's talk about what should be the main event. Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. This is the first time that these two are actually facing off one-on-one. I'm excited for this match. I can't wait for this match. I think this is going to be a great match. You give these guys 20 minutes, and they're going to tear the house down. Kevin Owens coming back as a babyface. So far, it's not too bad. I'm liking it. He does sound genuine, and he does work well with Daniel Bryan's heel character. Daniel Bryan has been the best thing about SmackDown Live, and possibly one of the best things about WWE, the best heel in WWE outside of Tommaso Ciampa. By the way, Tommaso Ciampa, I believe right now, has currently just undergone neck surgery. Or I think yesterday he underwent neck surgery. Yesterday he underwent neck surgery, and I believe it was successful. Everything has been squared away. So best of luck to him in his recovery. But as far as this match goes, I really don't see Daniel Bryan losing. Daniel Bryan, he's not losing. Daniel Bryan is going into WrestleMania as the WWE Champion. And the best route to go is a fatal four-way. 3 men are going to have the right and the claim towards Daniel Bryan's challenger position at WrestleMania. One of them is going to be Kevin Owens. Because I think Rowan could very well screw Kevin Owens out of the WWE title, which I wouldn't mind. Number 2, obviously, is Kofi Kingston, because he had the title opportunity stripped away from him by Vince McMahon. The 3rd man is my man, Mustafa Ali, who has pinned the WWE Champion before. However, he had to vacate his Elimination Chamber spot due to Kofi Kingston. Due to a concussion and a tailbone injury. Kofi Kingston and his momentum, that should be Mustafa Ali's, whether you want to admit it or not. This Kofi Kingston bandwagon merely started because Kofi Kingston slid on into a spot that Mustafa Ali was in. Now, Kofi Kingston could very well get his match at Mania in that Fatal 4-Way. Everyone's calling Kofi Kingston to win. WWE may not have a choice but to have Kofi Kingston walk out the WWE Champion, which I wouldn't mind. But again, I don't really think Kofi Kingston is in the correct position to become WWE Champion just because he's a member of the New Day. And the New Day, they got their own shtick going on. Then I'm hearing a rumor that they're going to have Big E and Xavier Woods win the tag titles down the line, and Kofi's going to win the WWE title. And then in the next breath on social media, I'm hearing a rumor about Daniel Bryan. No matter who his opponent's going to be at Mania, Daniel Bryan's going to retain the WWE Championship no matter what. So at this rate, I don't even know what to believe. Everything is extremely unpredictable as far as the WWE title picture is going into WrestleMania. But I really think that they're going to go with a Fatal 4-Way. Fatal 4-Way between Mustafa, Owens, Bryan, and Kofi. I don't know about you, but you give those guys 20 minutes, I say that sounds like a match of the year candidate and definitely a worthy WWE Championship match. And, I think that may very well result in Kofi Kingston becoming the WWE Champion. You never know. But as far as the match at Fast Lane goes between Bryan and Owens, we're going to get a great match, and Daniel Bryan's going to retain the WWE title. And then we can start the official build toward a WWE title match at WrestleMania. Earl Cole, what is your expertise analysis on this match, and what is your prediction?
Okay. Well, that was a lot of data to take in.
Yeah, I know.
Hey. It was a lot of data.
Greatest wrestling analyst on the face of the planet? I don't call myself that for nothing.
No, and the title fits. As far as I'm concerned, here's the thing. New Day said that they will be at Fastlane.
Yeah, and they are.
They're going to be at Fastlane. Okay. Here's what I think is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Bryan will retain the WWE Championship. However, it will be a disqualification.
DQ.
A DQ. And this is why I say a DQ. Because Kofi Kingston is going to interfere in this match.
Really?
Yes. First, Rowan gets thrown out of the building when he interferes, and the referee catches him. The referee then gets squashed.
Mm-hmm.
But Kofi Kingston comes in after the referee gets squashed, but the referee wakes up and he sees what Kofi has done and calls for the bell. Now, we fast forward to SmackDown. What is going to happen with this title match at WrestleMania? We then have Kevin Owens come out to the ring, and Kevin Owens complains that he had Daniel Bryan right where he wanted him. If the referee didn't went down, if Kofi didn't come in and did what he did, we would have had a champion. The two of them go back and forth in the ring. They argue. Mr. McMahon comes out, or a member of the McMahon family comes out and says, we're going to solve this problem. We then have a triple threat match at WrestleMania.
Really? No Mustafa Ali?
No.
I'm telling you, I really don't see how they keep Mustafa out. Because Mustafa...
I know that. But here's the thing. They will then set up a triple threat match. They will set up a triple threat. It will be Kofi, it will be Daniel Bryan, and it will be Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
However, Mustafa then comes to the McMahon family and says, well, you know what? I deserve a right myself. So they said, okay, you're going to have to earn that in the ring. And if you defeat your opponent in the ring, we will then have a fatal 4-way.
And who would that opponent be?
Andrade.
Andrade? Really?
Yes.
Really? It's a very interesting concept. Very interesting concept nonetheless. Yes. And who do you think's going to win at Mania? A little early prediction.
Well, you know, this could go either way. Ali has pinned Daniel Bryan before.
Mm-hmm.
Kofi has pinned Daniel before. Owens has pinned Daniel before. Whose time is it really? That's the question.
I think you can narrow it down to either Kofi or Bryan. I think Mustafa is going to win the United States title, not at WrestleMania, but somewhere down the line.
Yeah, I can see that. if it's a fatal four-way, I would give it to Kofi.
It's really hard not to. I'd say he's earned it, but I really don't want to, rain on anyone's parade. But Kofi, as a member of the New Day and WWE champion, really doesn't sound right. It really doesn't sound right.
No.
It could make for a good moment, but I really think Kofi is better off as a single star winning the WWE title, not as a member of the New Day. Because the New Day, they're very underrated as singles competitors, and you could do something with all of them as singles competitors. You could have a Biggie heel turn, and you could have Biggie and Kofi Kingston go into a Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa-like feud over the WWE title. Xavier Woods, he's a cruiserweight. You can put some more star power on 205 Live. 205 Live's lost a lot of stars, and 205 Live really needs some star power. You think Xavier Woods versus guys like Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander and Drew Gulak? I would say that's some pretty damn good matches.
Yeah, and I agree with it. I agree with the assessment. But, again, the fans want to see Kofi as champion. And if they're going to put the title on Kofi, I think it's time that he branches away from the New Day, because it will taint his single status if he's linked with the New Day. So if you're going to give him the title, he's going to have to branch away. And branch away he must.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to make a few modifications if you want a good end result.
Right.
But ladies and gentlemen, this is the longest rundown I have ever done. Now, I say I'm a history maker, and, I continue to hold true. And Earl Cole is making history with me. Earl Cole, thank you for making history with me. I am so appreciative to know someone like you. I'm so appreciative to be a part of Wrestling Express. I'm appreciative that you took the time out of your day to come on my channel for this rundown, this very special rundown, the final rundown for pay-per-view before WrestleMania. I got some news. I got some things to say. I got some announcements. First off, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this video. If you haven't already done so, here's what I want you to do. I want you to hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 300 subscribers by the summer. I believe we're at 232 right now. Hit that subscribe button and also hit that thumbs up. I'm trying to move up in the world. Let's try to see if we can get this video to 10 thumbs up. Earl Cole, I know you're going to notify your people to check this video out, because Earl Cole's got a lot of good connections. If you're going to give me a thumbs down, well, boom, there's your WrestleMania present. Here's what I also want you to do. I want you to comment down below. Comment your predictions on Fastlane. Comment what you liked about the video, what you didn't like. I also want you to hit that notifications bell with a Stone Cold Stunner. That way you will know whenever I pop up on YouTube, because whenever I pop up on YouTube, it is the best time to be on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram at TheDJStorms. Follow me on Twitter, my new Twitter, at HistoryMakerDJS. I had to create another Twitter account because the salty bastards of the wrestling community cannot handle the truth that I speak, trying to whine to the Twitter police like little children, just like Ronda Rousey whining to Becky and Charlotte after they took away her toys. Shout out to Earl Cole on that one. I am working diligently to get tickets to WrestleMania Access and the Raw after WrestleMania. So if you want to meet with me, say hi. I'll be there. I'll be handing out free DJ Storms wristbands as well. I'm going to do some fan interviews, try and do some fan interviews for the Raw after WrestleMania as well. And Earl Cole, if you're going to the Raw after WrestleMania, I will see you in Brooklyn, and we're going to get Earl Cole on the channel for a fan interview. Why? Because, come on. He's the walking, talking, wrestling dictionary. So why wouldn't I have him for a fan interview? And
and I appreciate that wholeheartedly. And, guys, just want to let you know one thing is that I am here each and every Tuesday on my show here on the Wrestling Express. It's called Get in the Ring with Earl Cole, and I hope everyone will tune in each and every Tuesday, support me. My last show almost got 50 viewers.
Ooh.
So I appreciate that, and I appreciate you tuning into my show. I appreciate you listening to me.
Where can we find you on social media?
And, oh, yes. You can always find me on Instagram at EarlC99. You can find me on Facebook. Just look me up. Just type in Earl Cole, and you can find me on Facebook. Or if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do it at WWE Earl C. That's WWE Earl C on Twitter. And Instagram, Facebook, I'm all there. I'm all there, all the way live. And,
I'll be sure to put your Twitter link. I'll put your Twitter link in the description.
Yes. Again, folks, like I said, you can follow me there. And of course, if you are a member of the Wrestling Express, you can tune in each and every Tuesday. I am available. I am here. I appreciate everything that everyone has shown me, and it showed me the love. And I give it to you the best way I know how. I give it to you through my eyes and what I see. I give it to you because you want it, and you got to have it.
You gotta want it, people. You gotta want it.
You may not like it, but you gotta have it.
Exactly. Yeah, now you know why I invited him on this show. You may not like it, but hey, you gotta have it. Now that right there is a money-making t-shirt for you, Mr. Earl Cole.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
also, final announcements. If you are watching it just as this just went up, I'm probably doing the 12th annual special edition Storm Stream with one of my newest fans, Nina May from Maryland. That, if you are watching it right now, that's going to take place at 4:35. We are doing some, obviously, setting up the details, or discussing the details and setting up everything else. It's going to be the final Storm Stream before I finally put it on hiatus. And you're not going to want to miss it. We're discussing all the weekly shows. We're discussing the Hardy Boys. We're discussing Fast Lane. She's actually going to give me her Fast Lane predictions. So I'm getting your Fast Lane predictions, and I'm getting her Fast Lane predictions as well. It's going to be pretty big. Today's a pretty big day for the DJ Storms brand. Also, April 7th, WrestleMania YouTube tapings. I will be there. Crowbar's going to be there. Gunner Trash going to be there, Adam Payne, Sebastian Cage, everyone in between, including Bull James and the Patriot. That is going to take place on WrestleMania Day. WrestleMania Day, April 7th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time at the Elmwood Park Recreation Center. I'm going to be there. I'm looking to get some interviews. We could get some great matches as well. And then a week after that, April 14th, it is WrestleMania Never Forgotten. And my God, I just was notified by Crowbar. I was notified on Twitter by Crowbar that he is defending the WrestleMania Heavyweight Championship in the main event of WrestleMania Never Forgotten against Joey Janela, the bad boy. Oh, hell yeah. And I remember back at the end of 2014, on December 28th, 2014, when I witnessed the Jersey Championship Wrestling Match of the Year with Crowbar and Joey Janela. And my God, I cannot wait to see this again. This right here is going to be an absolute show stealer. I also have got one interview so far booked for WrestleMania Never Forgotten, Mr. Darius Carter, the pure definition and essence of pure class. I'm going to get him on the channel. The interview should be great. Everything is going to be monumental. It's going to be a very busy month for the DJ Storms brand. And finally, last announcement before we get out of here, because we are over an hour. The longest rundown and probably the longest pre-recorded video I've ever done. May 19th, 2019, Wrestling Express presents Money in the Bank pay-per-view at Pub 46 in Clifton, New Jersey, with the pre-show starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to be there. Tommy McGrogan's going to be there. Glenn Davidson is also going to be there. All the administration from Wrestling Express. I will see you then.
I will be live from my seat in Hartford, Connecticut. So I hope everyone will tune in to the Wrestling Express on that day. Because not only will everyone be at Pub 46, I will be live for Money in the Bank.
It's going to be good.
In Hartford, Connecticut. And it's been over 15 years since I've been to Hartford. Over 15 years I'm returning to Hartford and I can't wait. I honestly love Hartford. It has a very spot in my heart. The last time I was in Hartford, Connecticut, I was there for WrestleMania, and it was unbelievable. I was also there when The Undertaker made his debut at the Survivor Series.
Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So Hartford has a very special love for me. And I cannot wait to go back to Hartford. It's going to be a lot of fun that night. I hope everyone will be tuning in because I'm going to be live. And I will be at Fan Access as well on Friday at 1 o'clock. I'll be live on the Wrestling Express. I will be live with NXT. I'm going to be live with Raw. I'm going to be live with SmackDown. And I'm going to be live at WrestleMania. So it's going to be a full weekend of me on the live stream here at the Wrestling Express. So tune in.
It's going to be good.
Turn on your notification settings. Turn on those notification settings. You never know when I'll pop in and say hello to everyone and get everybody going. And this has been absolutely a pleasure to sit here with DJ Storm, one of the most entertaining and charismatic persons I've ever met in my entire life on the planet. I've met some wrestling fans before. They have been cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But DJ Storm is something else. He's analytical. He's entertaining. And most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, he should be respected. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking the time to join me on my show. I really do appreciate it. You've been nothing short of phenomenal. You've been nothing short of absolutely fantastic. People, if you aren't listening to Earl Cole, you're doing something wrong. You're living life as a wrestling fan wrong. And ladies and gentlemen, he's Earl Cole. I'm DJ Storms. And this has been The Rundown. I will catch you later.